Hello, my name is Zombie878 and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to remix Run the Block, a new Rec Room original where to edit most of the things in the map you're going to need Rec Room Studio, but don't worry, I will go over most of it, not everything. I'm going to exclude public events in the storefront. If you guys want me to go to a completely brand new room and show you how to just start from scratch, and you can just remake an entire map with the remix the block assets, I will go ahead and do that. But in this video, I'm just going to go over a few simple things you can do in the map. And yeah, that's about all. So let's go ahead and do this. So if you have Rec Room Studio, go ahead and open it and open a Run the Block room. If you do not have a Run the Block room or know how to make one, you can go into Rec Room. You can go to the play menu, Rec Room Originals, hit Run the Block and copy it. It will make a room 2.0 and you can go ahead and save it from there. Once you do that, you'll be able to go to the room in Rec Room and then save it and then open it in here once you sign into Rec Room Studio, of course. So first things first, we are going to look at how to modify these buildings because you need Rec Room Studio to do it. As you can see, I've already tested it out a little bit. So let's go ahead and do some more destruction. So if you click on the Inspector tab and then click on the building, it will show you Pro Builder Optimization. Once you see this, click Edit. And once you click edit, click open Pro Builder. If you don't have it open already, it will open a new tab. I will not be explaining everything in this tab. If you want to, there is going to be documentation on how to do that in Unity, and there are plenty of tutorials of people that probably use Pro Builder and actual Unity stuff, so they probably know better. So I'm just going to go over some basics. This is your vertex selection. You can select vertexes. So let's say I want this vertex to be out and I want this vertex to be out. I can do that. If I want to click on the edge or something, like let's say I want to click on this edge and I want to drag it out, it will drag out the edge. If I want to click on the face of an object like this, I can go ahead and make this face longer, and that's a simple thing I'm going to do. To finish off the building, you'd want to click on optimize, which will optimize it and make it easier for the game to run, which is why it's called optimization. And that's how to edit a building. Oh, don't worry, I'll go into Rec Room and show you all this later. But for now, I want to get all the Rec Room Studio stuff out the way because it takes kind of a while to save the room with a lot of stuff in it. So next we are going to, let's see, what else can I do in Rec Room Studio? Oh, yeah, that's what I can do. I can go ahead and, let me delete this cube real quick. What else I can do is I can show you how to, make grind rails. Yeah, let me just check. Bounce pads, I can do that in the game. There is one thing I do want to show you regarding that though. If you want to give a tag to something you make in Rec Room Studio, like let's say this dumpster, You're going to want to make a prefab folder like I did right here. I just made this prefab folder. Click in it, and if there's any object you want, like for example this stop sign right here, it's kind of nice, to be honest. I kind of really like the traffic sign. Oh wait, did it grab multiple traffic signs? I do not want that. I just wanted to grab this one stop sign. I'm also going to close Pro Builder optimization since I'm not using it. For some reason it stops me from moving objects around. So if I go ahead and get this sign I want, I will drag it into the prefab folder, make it into original prefab, and now if I go ahead and add a component and type in rec room, as you see I already did that, and then click on studio object at the bottom, it will change it into an object you can move in Rec Room, and you can use its circuits and things like that now. Now if I click on it, it appears orange and it's in the orange section. If it's in the orange section, it means you made it into a Maker Pen object and you can edit in a game. If it's up here, it means that you cannot edit it in the game. You have to be in Rec Room Studio to edit it. And yeah, once you do that, you can go into the game and give this the tag to become a bounce pad or whatever. I probably should have thought about a better object since I was going to turn it into a bounce pad. Oopsie. But I already did this with a dumpster, so I'll just go ahead and drag the dumpster out. That can also be another object. Next thing I want to go over is not the graffiti. We can just completely do that in game. Climbable surfaces, we can also do that in game. The grind rails, oh yeah, the grind rails, the most annoying thing. Okay, so the grind rails are kind of tricky. So what we are going to do is yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the rail system up here. So, is it up here or is it down here? I forgot where the rail system is. Let's type in rail. Yeah, the rail system is in the orange section. So now that we did that, I can just exit out of that, and I'm going to open up the rail system. And what this does is the rail system encompasses all rails around the map. So this will make it a lot easier to, you know, mess with the rails. So I'm going to click on the rail system, and I want to make a new rail. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and right click on the rail system and create a empty object. You want it to be empty because there's not going to be nothing in here, and I am going to name this let's say air rail. Yeah, there we go. Let's name this one air rail. Then I'm going to hit enter. Now we want to copy all these. So after you hit air rail, you want to right click on that, and you want to create another empty object, and you want to name this one meshes. And then once you do that, you're going to want to make the points. So after you create message, right click on air rail again, create another empty object, and I'm going to name this one air rail points. And I'm going to explain most of this later. So we're not going to put nothing in meshes right now. Well, actually, I can go ahead and take one of these. I think if I go ahead and press F, yeah, this is the one I want to copy because it's just a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit Control C, Control V. If you're on the Mac, it's going to be Command C, Command V. And then I'm going to move curved grind rail 2, number 2 down to my meshes. Then I'm going to go ahead and move it over here. And I'm probably going to move it down a bit. I'm going to get rid of the rotation because we don't need the rotation. And let's go ahead and stretch it out a little bit. We want it to be a bit longer. So I'm going to get the scale tool, scale this out a bit so we're grinding on it for a bit. And then I'm just going to move it again. There we go. That looks good. Okay, now we're going to go to aerial points and we're going to create 2 more empty objects. This one is going to be called point 1. And I'm actually just going to press Control C, Control V, and then I'm just going to rename this one to point 2. Makes my life a lot easier. Okay, now that we got point 1 and point 2, we are going to click on the grind rail that we got under meshes, and I'm going to go ahead and copy the position of it. To copy the position, you're gonna want to go over the position and copy it. Then we're gonna go to point 1, gonna paste that position. It will put it right in the middle of the rail, but we want it right on the edge of the rail. And this is kind of the points that make up the rail where you're going to connect to the rail. And it will just show you what path the rail is going to be on. I think there's a little bit of a problem. Maybe I made it a bit too long. Let me go ahead and just shorten it a little bit. That good? I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to just move it back over here then. A little too far. Perfect. And then I'm going to grab point 1. Let's just move it right here to the edge. Point 2 is going to be the same thing. I'm going to paste the position. And I don't know where the edge of this is. It's in a tree. Oh, I see it. Okay. So since I changed it again, I'm going to have to copy the position. And then I'm going to have to paste the position on point 2 again. There we go. Now I'm going to move this point to this end of the rail right here. And that will be the end of the grind rail. And we are not done yet. I'm just setting up the basic stuff so it's a lot easier to do later. So the meshes is the rail itself, the actual object you're going to be grinding on. You can change this to a skateboard. You can change this to a sign if you want. You can even change this to the entire street and you'll grind on the street. The mesh is just where you grind, and the points are where you and the points are showing you where the start and end of the grind is. Now that we got all that set up, we are going to go up to the rail system and we're going to open studio functions, and this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing. So as you see here, I'm going to go down a bit, and this is basically the rail systems. So what we're going to do is I am going to go to get point count for rail, and I am going to add another instruction. No, not instruction. I'm going to add a case. And once you add a case, go down to the very bottom. You're going to see that it made a new case under subway rail points. We're going to go ahead and you see how this says subway rail points here and this says subway rail point? We're going to take our air rail points and we're going to drag it over into the new case that we made. We're going to get child count. Get child count up here under transform, and I think that is it. Is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. That's the wrong one. Where is the right get child count? I know it is somewhere. Is it this one? This one. It is here somewhere. Here it is. Get child count. It's right under transform and the letter G. Get child count in. Once you do that, you will be able to go up here now. And just like these, you'll be able to put a new point on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new case. I'm going to go down to my new case. I think this is... Where did the new case that I made go? I just made a new case. Oh, of course. The new case went up here. And I'm going to make a new instruction. And I'm going to take the 2 points. So point 1 will go here and point 2 will go here. After that, we're going to click on the method. So we're going to go to transform position.get. So position, and we're going to hit get. And we're going to click on start. So this is going to be the start position of our rail. And then we're going to do the same for the bottom position get. And we're going to select the end output for a rail, which will make the end output for the rail. Now, if we go ahead and save this, you're going to want to save it first. Now you made a new rail system. We'll go ahead and test that out a bit later. I think there's one more thing in Studio that I want to do. Well, actually, I'll probably save that for another video because I'm going to have to go in between Studio and Rec Room a lot. So, yeah, if you want another video, I will make another video. Just, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. So now that you have done all that, make sure to go up to File and Save, of course. You want to make sure that your stuff is saved so you don't lose it. Go ahead and save it another time or 3 times just to be safe. I like being safe when I'm working on stuff like this that takes a while. And then, well, before I hit on Test Subroom, if you're not on a computer, you're going to want to upload this to Rec Room. And what this does is this will upload the save to rec.net. And it will show you the build right here as it says build on rec.net, and it will show you that it was made in Unity. and you're just gonna have to wait a few minutes. Unity will pop up with a ding saying build is complete. You can now play it in Rec Room. And now if you're on PlayStation VR, Oculus, maybe you're on your phone, anywhere else that's not a computer, you will now be able to go ahead and play your new room on another device. I'm just going to hit upload here. You don't need to worry about nothing. Just hit upload. And then, yeah. But if you are on PC, you are able to have Rec Room open, like I have it right here. And, yeah, as you can see, the build's right here. And the hourglass mean that it's loading. But if you want to test it out now and you're impatient, hit on Test Subroom either here in the Rec Room Studio tab or at the top, and it will go ahead and load you into the subroom in the game. This may take a while, so I will be right back once it actually happens. I'm loaded in here right now. If I go into the Unity engine, yeah, it will say I'm done. So now if I go out here, let me just go ahead and go out here. Thank you, DJ.
Morning, Rec City. It's your host with the most, your RTB MC, the one and only motto on the mic. I must say, it's lovely to see y'all out here bright and early for this year's Run the Block. It's gonna be lit.
Thank you. So now if I climb up here and I go on this part of the building that I messed with Pro Builder, as you can see, it's still kind of messed up. It doesn't actually let you walk it. You can't do whatever you want with, I mean, you've got to actually make the building in Pro Builder, but like I said, look up a tutorial how to do that. But anyway, what I really wanted to show is the grind rail. So let's go ahead and test out the grind rail. I'm gonna sure look like an idiot rambling on for so long if this grind rail doesn't work, right? So what you want to do is you want to go up here, you want to add a new case. You want to go down to where the new case is. Oh gosh. Why is it so hard to find where the new case is every time I make it? Is it case 15? It should be empty with nothing in it right now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so what you want to do is you're going to want to go to these 3 dots on the side. You want to hit on switch and you want to click on segment index. Now that you've done that, you want to add another instruction and do the same exact thing I did before. Just put 0.1 there and then 0.2. Then after you do that, transform, get child count. Not get child count. You want to get the position. That was the wrong one. You want to get the position, then once you get the position, you want to select the start for the top one and the end. Here, I did not set this to point count. You want to set this to point count. Otherwise, it's not going to work as a tag. Let's see. VOU, NCE. I mean, of course, the P is in capital. Bounce. Pad. And I'm just gonna give this the car tag because I want this to sound like a car whenever you bounce on it. And make sure VOU, NCE. Yeah, that's definitely it. So this should work as a bounce pad. Yep. I must have spelled something wrong. Anyway, that's how you make something that's not a Rec Room object into a bounce pad. You go into Studio, you make it into a Make Your Pin object, and then you give it the tag. You can also do the same thing with a regular Make Your Pin object. So if I was just to get my Make Your Pin out and make a square, like let's say I just do this, I can make this small object into a bounce pad. But anyway, now that we're done with the bounce pad, I could probably also make this into a dumpster sound too. I'm just not gonna do it for this video because making that grind rail was already a challenge enough. So now let's get into the graffiti. So I'm gonna put down the maker pin for this. So if you go into this room and you go into settings and inventory items, as you can see, I already made 2 graffiti items. I'm just going to make another one. But first of all, I'll show you that you can actually go to this. As you see, this is actually the first graffiti item you get. But I'm going to go to the Uptown one. So if I go to edit image, these are the 2 images I took in the room. Cannot be used in a Rec Room Studio test room. Okay. So I won't show you, but what I will show you is what I did after I added an inventory item, graffiti inventory item. So once you make a new inventory item, new graffiti, you want to make sure that you get another inventory chip, and you are going to want to put it over here. This way the game is going to show that you got, as you can see, it doesn't got 7. Let me just do that again. So as you saw, if I went into tab and then I went over here to graffiti 1, I already edited this one so it has another picture. And graffiti 7 is one I made. I just took a random image of somewhere in the room. Now once you do that, you can go over here and let's just copy one of these down. Let's go ahead and edit it and just get graffiti 7. I don't know why that was gone. Let's add another output to this and let's wire this up. Now that we've done that, it will now give us graffiti 7. But if you're impatient like me, of course, you're going to want to go ahead and also, I mean, you could go ahead and wire that item up here, but that's too much work. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm just going to make sure this one says graffiti 7. So if you go ahead and you edit into the int logic inventory item, find the inventory item, you're going to want to go over here, graffiti, make a new graffiti input, and this new one will be called the
real ones out there know that you can't do all this running and jumping on an empty stomach. You gotta stay fed and energized.
3.
Hyper Noodle Energy Ramen is the answer.
And then you want to make sure it's an inventory item, which is down here somewhere. Right here. And then once you do that, we can go ahead and copy one of these. So I'm just going to copy this one right here. Shift click, and we're going to copy this down. Now that we've copied that down, we can just go ahead and get the wire tool and just wire this up. So wire this to the new input that we made at the bottom, graffiti, default graffiti 3, and also wire this one to the bottom one too. So we don't want to do one, we want to wire it to the bottom one. Okay, now that we've done that, we can go ahead and get out the chip. And as you see, it made a new default graffiti 3 out here. We're going to connect that to graffiti 7. And now if I go down here and drop my maker pen. Now if I save the room, you're going to see that I can change the graffiti. How do I can't save the room because this is a sub room I'm testing out right now. And that's also another benefit of waiting for the build to be complete, because if you wait for the build to be complete, you can just go to the room and save it whenever you make changes inside of it. But yeah, you can see this is the default graffiti now for default 3. If I grab this again, this is the first graffiti that I changed, and this is the one that Rec Room has in their game. So that's how you change the graffiti. If you want to add a new graffiti location, you can just take out your maker pen. I'm gonna open this up. You just want to grab on the graffiti. So you see it says grab this. You're going to want to copy this. So I'm just gonna copy this right here, even though it would look horrible, but who really cares? And then what we're gonna do is we're going to see how many graffiti tags are in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip over the one I got highlighted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 graffiti tags in the room. So therefore, when we go here to the tags, we're gonna change this to graffiti 12, because this is a new one since we got 11 in the room already. Oh, it just sent it to the studio. With the most, your RTB Wait, does that mean I can go over
the
here
one and only motto on the mic? I must say, it's lovely to see y'all out here bright and early for this new Run the Block. It's gonna be lit.
Okay, whatever, game. Whatever. Sure. But anyway, get out your maker pen. The start position and start rotation will be where your challenge starts. So, if you want to get the start position and start rotation of your challenge, let's say I want my challenge to start, I don't know. I think this is a good spot right here to start a challenge. We want to go ahead and get a vector gadget. A vector component, I mean. And this is important because this vector component will get us our start position and start rotation, because we just rotate it like this, and wherever it's pointing is where our player is going to be starting. So the position and rotation, I would recommend writing this down, and then once you write this down, you can go ahead and copy it in the data table. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get a get position chip, and I am going to also get a get rotation chip. After you get these two chips, you can go ahead and connect it here. And this will be your position, and this will be your rotation of starting point. Now, I will be back once I put these numbers in Notepad, because that will be easier for me. And actually, you know, before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to get myself an end position too, so I don't have to come back here and do it again. So I am going to go ahead and move this over here. Let's just make sure it's a good distance away so I can actually say that it's a challenge. That's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. So now here's the end position, and now I'm just going to copy them down in Notepad, and I will be back. Okay, I am back, And I have finally put down my rotation in start positions and end positions for this new challenge I made. I hope you done the same. I'll delete this. And now if we go back up here, you can see that if I go into the data table, that is my new challenge right there, called challenge. Now, if you go to the data table below that, this is actually the checkpoint table. I'll just go ahead and explain this. So, these are all the checkpoints on Gazebo. So Gazebo has 6 checkpoints. This is the position and rotation for each checkpoint. And if you enable this, this will make the stomp symbol appear. So for example, on Alley Oop, if you played that, you have to stomp 2 times at the beginning and end. And on cars, to bounce up into the air to get on top of the buildings. So this is the second checkpoint, and it will change the actual UI symbol on the checkpoint. So is my challenge gonna have any checkpoints? No, I'm not going to prolong this video any further. But if you want to make any checkpoints, you're going to have to make them going down like this, not to the side. So you're just gonna have to make new rows. But like I said, I'm not gonna do that. I just want to start and end to my race. Now, after you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and actually copy one of these. So I'm just gonna click on this. And as you can see, it selected everything for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy it and put this in the middle of the street or on the corner. Now I'm pretty sure in Rec Room Studio it will actually like you can actually change the top of this. I actually don't know how to change the top of that, but it looks like something you have to change in Rec Room Studio. But anyway, if I go ahead and oh wait, no you don't. You just have to change the name here. So the trial name, I'm going to call this one Challenge. Done. Here is the required rank you need to be. So rank 1. Required abilities, you can have the required abilities here. You write them down like this. So let's say I want people to get air dash and I want them to get stomp. I would just write them down like that. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, required abilities. I'm pretty sure I did that right. Let's see. Required abilities. Yeah, air dash, stomp, and wall run. Yeah. So I am not gonna have that. You can just go ahead and do this challenge whenever you want. Let me go ahead and change the time. I'll make the gold time, let's say 3 seconds. I mean, it's not that big of a track. Oh, do I need to enter? Of course I need to enter. So I'm going to press 3 for this. Silver, let's say silver is 5 seconds. And this is just like, I don't know what asphalt rank is going to be. I think asphalt is the same as bronze. So I'm going to say 7 seconds. Now what you want to do is you are going to want to not edit into this. That's not right. what you want to do is get the wire tool, and you're actually going to want to wire these to, I forgot where the circuits were. Is it up here? It's somewhere. Where did the article say it was again? I would like clear instruction. I think it's over here. No, this is the grind logic. This is the radio. Maybe it's over here. You know, I didn't think about this. I could just follow these wires up and find it. Of course, I didn't think about that, right? So, yeah, I'm guessing you would connect it to here. I think I'm just gonna move this. I really don't like moving all this around the screen mode. Okay, let me move this up higher. And then I'll just go ahead and move this down a bit and just move this over. Of course you don't need to do this. I'm just doing this because it's annoying to wire stuff and move around in screen mode like this. Wiring really doesn't work that well with this. So now I would get the best times and I would put it right here. And is that all I need to do? It's been a while since I've done this.
That's why we partner with Rec TV to bring you the latest.
Yeah, I just need to do that.
Directly to the comfort of your home.
And now I should be able to just play my challenge. So let me go ahead and save the room. Wrong button again. Why do I keep hitting escape? Let me send. Okay, so send the studio a save room. Okay. I thought it would do something completely different. I thought it would just send the room to studio, and then you would have to actually wait for the build to be complete. But I guess sending the studio also saves it. So that's fine. And now you see I have challenge right here. If I click on this, figured a lot of this stuff out before it happened. But the reason that it was not working and everything was bugging out is because in the data table the challenge was called challenge, but here I mean here it's called challenge, but in the data table I guess I misspelled it. Oh, I see. It's because I used the capital C here and I did not use. Yeah, so make sure to use capitals and make sure everything works fine. And also another thing is in the data table, since it reads everything in XYZ string format, you want to make sure that even your rotation has 3. So I deleted off the 4th one because I think the 4th one it does not need. So XYZ, 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 XYZ. So now it should work. So this shows that your challenge does not need checkpoints. It just needs a start position and an end position. So now I think I can click on this. And I am actually going to make a row for challenge, and I'm just going to put 1 checkpoint. Like this checkpoint will be the last position. So I'll be back once I have that done.
Good morning, Red City.
Okay.
It's your host with the most, your RTB MC, the one and only motto on the mic.
That means that the circuits are working.
It's lovely to see y'all out here bright and early for this year's
and you
Run
don't
the
hear
Block.
no music, that just
It's gonna
means
be
that your
lit.
circuits is wrong and the game broke. So now I should be able to, just like this one, start, and there is a checkpoint. So I'm gonna go away from this. So the challenge quit. Oh, I guess the challenge isn't gonna quit. Oh no, there he is. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, quit. So now I should be able to click on this. Yep, and now, so you do need at least one checkpoint. You do need at least one checkpoint. And don't tell me why the clock wasn't working. I actually don't know why the clock was. Well, why wasn't the clock working? Hello? Yeah, let's go. Why is the clock not? What is wrong? Okay, but anyway, that is how you make your own challenge in the game. I mean, look, it even completed the objective at the top to complete a challenge. So I think that is all I'm gonna show for this video. If any of you want me to go into more depth or detail or work on this more, I will definitely do this, but this video was actually really long. I'm gonna spend a while editing it because it's just long. Anyway, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next